I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hi, Venus is exalted in Pisces, right? And it is with Rahu, and Rahu and Venus conjunction is a very dominating Maya energy right now. The same Venus is going retrograde. And the moment it goes retrograde, it changes the entire equation. Now, I am going to talk about Venus retrograde only up to the point where it hits the Rahu. That means up to 30th of March. And when Venus goes very close to the position of Rahu, Saturn enters the position, there is a retrograde Mercury, so there is a chaos. I have discussed that in detail in the podcast that I shot about 6 planets in the March and what happens with so many planets coming together. See the thumbnail, you can watch that video. But let's in brief understand Venus retrogradation. Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. For Aries, Venus is retrograding in the 12th house, so it is going to make you reassess your profit and loss in the marriage. Suddenly you might feel the need of becoming very alone or end the loneliness. In either of the case, don't become desperate. Also, you need to be very careful in the expense and finances side, especially with respect to business. For Taurus, retrograde Venus is in the 11th house, which means this is going to make you reassess your emotions, your bond with few of the relatives, your associates. Suddenly you might feel the need to socialize or cut off from the society. Whatever happens, don't take drastic steps. Talk and discuss your heart with somebody whom you can trust. For Gemini, a retrograde Venus in the 10th house shows that you are going to re-evaluate your career options, and you may suddenly feel disconnected, or you may start realizing that another career option is what you are seeking. And if you want to jump the ship, if you want to move to a different domain, take your time. Do not take an instant decision just because you see glamour on the other side. For Cancer, the Venus retrogradation happening in the 9th house may make you question the belief system, question the existing system, and this will push you to follow the path of adharma. So in this case, you need to be very, very careful, because retrograde Venus along with retrograde Rahu is a bad combination. 9th house getting affected by retrograde Venus means that you may do something that may bring in defamation and problems. For Leo, a Venus retrogradation along with Rahu and so many planets in the 8th house can only mean one thing, that you have to be very careful with respect to your career, your reputation, and your own action and communication. Otherwise, if you are unable to keep the secret within, and if you reveal the secret, it can hurt your business, it can hurt your sentiments, and it can hurt people around you. Especially the words of your spouse can actually trouble you a lot. Take the criticism in a positive manner and handle your finances and public's finances carefully, say if you are an asset manager. For Virgo, Venus retrograde in the 7th house is directly going to affect your ascendant. So it means that marriage and business can take a hit during this time. and that is why you will have to be ultra careful, because for Virgo, Venus is an important planet, second lord as well as ninth lord. But this also shows that if you're waiting to get married, or if you want to resolve issues related to marriage, this can suddenly create a ecosystem that supports you. But this does not guarantee successful married life. That you will have to check with Kundali matching. And also in case of business, you may suddenly start process of few things, but the success is not guaranteed. For that, you need to have an open vision. You need to have that confidence within yourself. For Libra, Venus is retrograding in the 6th house, which means it can affect your health, especially your reproductive health. Your overall health may get affected because you are too indulgent into party, you are not listening to your body. Maybe this is the time that you bring back your focus to your physical self. Otherwise, you may suffer from ailments, and this is basically unnecessary discomfort. But on the other hand, Venus in the 6th house is Maran Karaka, and a retrograde Venus means end of Maran Karaka. That means suddenly you might also see bliss if you follow the right path. So, time to heal. For Scorpio, retrograde Venus is in the 5th house, and this changes your equation and relationship with your children. Also, suddenly you might write poetries and become creative, or suddenly your creativity might see a full stop. A comedy writer is now writing emotional poetries, and a romantic actor is doing action films. This is what retro Venus with Rahu in the 5th house can do. Very good time for advertising business, very good time for creative professionals to do things out of the box. For Sagittarius, a retrograde Venus in the 4th house shows that what makes you happy is going to change. What makes you peaceful is going to change. Your karma and dharma is going to take a different turn. Health of mother can get affected. Health of mother-in-law can become a problem. So take care of both the mothers if you can, and on the other hand, if you want to buy a property, if you want to do some decoration or renovation, expense should be checked thoroughly, otherwise it can create unexpected expense that you can't control. For Capricorn, this is Venus retrograding in the 3rd house, which means your equation with your brother can take a hit. Also, this Venus which is in the 3rd house is also your 5th lord and also your 10th lord. So career can get affected. You might do few things by your own self, so don't go for self-sabotage. If you're taking any step and thinking it is a bold step, think twice. For Aquarius, Venus retrograding in the 2nd house can affect your family's financial condition. Suddenly, you may imagine that your family is in a certain financial health, and you may take decisions based on that assumption. So do not assume anything, and it is better that you focus more on savings rather than unnecessary expenses. Although the money that is stuck can get recovered during this time. For Pisces, this is about Venus being retrograding in the 1st house, and your 8th lord is retrograding in the 1st house. It's about deeper self-reflection, knowing yourself, re-evaluating your own decisions, and also re-evaluating how you look in life, how you see yourself in this life, which is actually good if you do it within limits. If you are comparing yourself with someone, you might fall into depression. So be careful. Good to self-evaluate, good to re-evaluate, good to change, but don't change so much that you lose your identity. So that was the 12 house effects of Venus being retrograde. I will keep on updating about retrograde Venus, because Venus is getting retrograde for quite some time, and around the end of March, there's a huge collapse of 4 planets towards the end of Aquarius and early Pisces junction. For that, a video will come very soon after Holi, but in this video, the best remedy that you can do in the month of March is by praying to Mata MahaLaxmi and Rajrajeshwari, Mata Lalita Tripur Sundari. Doing the Hawan of Mata Lakshmi or Mata Tripur Sundari is a very good remedy, and doing mantra jap and chanting sukta is a very good remedy. Also helping students, helping girls, supporting girl child education and empowering women is a very good karma when Venus is retrograding with Rahu, and it is headed towards a sure shot collision between Saturn and Rahu. Practical approach of life is the best approach. We'll meet in the next video, and for consultations, you can drop me an email or visit my website.